Welcome to the family with
Andy Brant Bernard.
we got no Catherine, got no Alex, we got no Ralph,
Nope.
it's Andy and me.
No Tim either.
No Tim's going to be on today. So yeah, we do have a Costaki though. I think
I believe so.
we do, but we're going to find out in the end what the situation is. I guess that's what the deal is. So what's the latest with you, Andrew?
Not much, I don't think.
Not much at all.
No, yesterday was pretty ordinary, I suppose.
Okay, you got to do this with Melissa, and I got to do this with Mom. This story that we're about to do. Okay, ready? Someone had a relationship expert, or experts, I guess, name the top signs you found your soulmate.
Soulmate.
Feeling close to them right away is a good first sign. But then, do you care about each other's opinions, things like that? Do you think so? Is Melissa your soulmate?
I mean, kind of a loaded question, I would say.
Well, okay, so you're not going to answer that question.
I mean, I don't know if I really believe in that whole concept. It's hard to say. I haven't really thought about it that much, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'm going to run through the 8 signs, and then you see when you come out the other end, you and I
guess
your mom.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Number 8, you describe your relationship as easy.
Yeah, it's been, as far as relationships go, relatively easy.
Your mom's got that bow hunk side to her, so that's not easy. But, you've heard people say long-term relationships are hard work, and they are, but it shouldn't feel like that always. If your relationship seems in general, it's easy, it's a very good sign. Yeah, Catherine and I get along quite well, and we don't agree on everything, but, that's because we're human. They're affectionate. That includes physical touch or a random compliment out of nowhere. Mom and I hug and kiss a lot. Your mom's not big on the compliments. You ever notice that about your mother?
That is very true.
She is not big on complimenting people. I think that's just her family. That's just the way her family was, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yep, it's true. See, there you go. Number 6, you fight fair. Even the best relationships have conflict. The key is how you fight. Are you blaming each other and trying to win every argument, or are you fighting but still on the same team? Your mom and I don't argue about much. We don't fight over a lot of stuff. You fight a lot with Melissa?
No, not really.
I didn't think so. I didn't think you did. Number 5 is you're okay with being bored together. It is easy to feel like that when you're clicking when you're doing new and exciting stuff all the time. The real test is, do you enjoy each other's company when you're doing laundry or just sitting around? Yeah, I love hanging around with Catherine at night.
Yeah, that's mostly what we do.
Yep, me too. Number 4, you can be vulnerable with them. You feel like you can open up and let your guard down. They'd never use it against you. Yeah, that's very, very true.
Yeah, you would hope.
Yep. Number 3, you're okay with doing things without each other. Yeah, that one I'm not so sure of. I do things without
Depends on things. What does that mean?
That's true.
Like go on a trip or something? I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, you're right. You should want to be around them, but also feel secure enough that you're okay with them doing their own thing. Yeah, absolutely I am. Your mother's been she's been to Paris. I've never been there. She's been to all over the place. She's been to Russia. I mean, she does the stuff that she does, and it's, I love her dearly. There's no question. Number 2, you care about their opinion and they care about yours. Yes, that's a given. You got the same situation with Melissa.
Well, yeah, it's not a very good relationship otherwise, is it?
I would guess so. Number 1, there's a near instant feeling of closeness. It doesn't have to be love at first sight, but feeling comfortable around them right away is a good sign. That is how your mother and my relationship started, because I took her. She wanted to interview me for her college thesis or whatever. So I said, yeah, okay. We went out to dinner, and it's not necessary to say where we went. It was a seafood restaurant, and I ordered my dinner, and she ordered her dinner, came back, and took the first bite and had to reach in my mouth and pull a hair out of my mouth. Then a second one, and finally a third hair I had to pull out of my mouth. So I said, okay, well, that's it. And she goes, what's the matter? And I said, there's a wig in my food. And she started laughing so hard, I thought she was going to pass out.
Yeah.
And I realized wait a minute, this is a woman with a sense of humor. I might get along with her really, really well. That was the very first time I had ever gone anywhere with her or done anything with her. So we've been together for 44 years, been married for 40 years. And I think
40 years.
Yeah. I think these signs are all good signs. I think they did a good job with this 8 signs you found your soulmate. I think it's right on the money. You feel the same way about that?
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, I think it's very, very, it's so nice to be able to find, well, we were just talking about earlier this morning, oh, excuse me, about some people I've known. There's one guy I know that's been married 5 times. And I got to be honest with you, after 2, I'd be going, I don't think I'm good at this.
Yeah, maybe it's not for me.
If you've already busted up a couple of relationships, it's like, but being married 5 times, I mean, God bless you. If that's your life, that's your life. Good for you. Right?
Yeah.
That would not work for me.
Well, some people just can't be alone.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be alone all the time.
Well, it's a good thing we have Costaki Economopoulos, who's always there for us.
He's always here for us. Like, oh, look at, he's right on time too. What's the matter with you? You're always right on time.
I'm on time. I got my All Pro line shirt on. Look at that, and I got my I have voted sticker. I'm very ready.
There you go.
All right. So you think we'll find out today, tomorrow, 5 days? When are we going to find out who won?
That's
February something.
February something, maybe.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I don't really have a dog
interesting day.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I mean, whoever becomes president. I'll get by somehow.
Yep, I hear you.
I have a question for you guys, and I brought the same thing up on the morning show. Do people realize that 95% of politicians are in it for the money?
I think so.
Yeah, well, you could argue the other way that most of these characters could make a lot more money doing other things, right?
Are you telling me
Starting
that
a cult?
Nancy Pelosi could be a billionaire if she wasn't a politician? I don't think so.
It's pretty easy when you're in her position to make a whole lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a big fan of Nancy Pelosi, but but yeah, a lot of these guys would make a lot more money doing other things. Certainly Donald Trump would.
That's true.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, but once you have so much money, it's like you don't need any more. At that point, you need other things. You need the power or the attention or whatever.
And this already came up on the previous show, on the morning show. The fact that I don't give a rat's ass who's gay and who isn't and who this. I don't care about any of that stuff. You leave the kids and the dogs alone. I'm happy for you. Good for you. Right? I have heard from people who in the know in DC that when she came home, that or whatever happened with Pelosi's husband, that apparently there was a relationship going on there, and that's what caused the fight in the first place. That the guy who attacked her, Pelosi's husband, it was, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there was a crazy love triangle situation.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, but I don't know. I don't
but
pay
I think
that
it was
much attention.
I think it was she wasn't involved. It was the 2 guys that were,
I don't know,
playing hide the banana or whatever.
The 2 guys? Oh, that's even more interesting.
That's what I'd heard. Who knows if it's true or not?
Can't even name him, so.
Yeah, I can't either.
Paul, maybe?
I don't know either.
Paul sounds right, but I don't know why.
That would be a terrible campaign slogan for Nancy. So awful, I'll turn you gay. All right.
Can you imagine living with her, though? Oh, my God.
Oof. She's been around forever. I remember a million years ago, I was at some DC bar on an election night, and that was a place that skewed super left. And even that crowd was like, when Nancy Pelosi was winning the thing, that crowd was like, ew.
Yeah. Every so often, there's just like, how did these people get where they are if no one likes them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think some of them are just so good at the process and the machine and the the handshaking and the some of these guys, some of these characters are so good at the thing. Like you keep hearing these stories about a journalist that had talked to Bill Clinton, and then like 5 years later, he'll see Bill at another event, and Bill will go, "Hey, how's your wife Susan?"
Oh yeah.
That helps a lot.
Some of these guys are mutants with information
I know.
and
Yep.
glad handing and the process, And then of course the system is set up to there's so many advantages once you're in the machine to stay in the machine, right? The incumbents are
Right.
gigantic advantages to stay around. So they got the name recognition of the brand. They know all the people and all the things, and they've already gone through all the steps with the raising the money and the talking to the right donors and doing the thing that got them there. They just do it over and over again. Yep. Good luck, America.
Good luck, America.
Good luck.
There's no chance we're going to find out today who won, right? There's no way we're going to find out today.
Well, I mean, it depends how you define today, right? We should know late tonight. You would think on a typical
talking about like
election night.
Japanese time, sure, yeah. They'll know today in Tokyo.
Hey, I'm out here in California. When those international NFL games happen, the kickoff is 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
That is true.
That's happening this week. There's a game in Germany on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Panthers Giants. You thought losing back-to-back World Wars was rough. That game.
That's nice.
I think it's good that it's a boring game, right? Historically, it's not great when crowds of Germans get really excited. So this game should take care of that. The Germans are going to be so bummed after this game. They're going to give Poland some extra land. Sorry, boys.
I like it.
Yeah. This game's going to be ugly. Even German pornographers will have to look away. Oh, my God. This is hard to watch.
Wait a second. German pornographers? Where'd you come up with that?
Well, their porn is a little rough. That's
is it? Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's a little dark, a little extra.
Not Germans.
I don't know if that's actually true, but that's the reputation.
I think it. I mean, I haven't sought it out, but when enough people say it, you have to wonder.
It's kind of upsetting in a way. I mean, there are other things mixed in and all the rest of it, but I really worry about my daughter's children, the 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, because they're half Scandinavian and half German.
Oh, yeah.
Most critical people on earth.
Not a lot of humor in that crowd.
They're going to be very serious people, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Those Scandinavian countries, though, over and over and over again, different studies, different things, they always come back the happiest, among the happiest on the earth,
Yeah.
Yeah, for years and years and years.
So they're lying? Is that what you're saying?
They're the biggest liars in the world.
They're freezing. They weren't able to fill out the form correctly. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Scandinavia? I've never been there, but I heard
I haven't, and it's definitely top of my list. I want to see Denmark. I want to go to Norway and Iceland and Finland and Sweden.
Iceland would be cool because it's just so weird. It's like an alien planet.
Right. I have a couple of friends who've gone. Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah. My sister went, and I think Mom did too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Catherine and Alex went to Iceland years ago. It has to have been 10 years ago at this point, maybe even more. But yeah, they said it was great. And my sister, being pale and blonde, everyone just walked up to her and started speaking Icelandic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there you go.
She was like, yeah. It's a very, very weird language, too.
Is, yeah.
Yeah, those I would love I mean, there's so many of the things that I like in a culture. Like, they like, nutty beers, and they play poker and
puffin meat.
They've got sort of this I like a capitalist system that has a high floor. You know what I mean? Like it's like universal health care, and people take care of each other, and I don't know, there's something about that part of the world that I find appealing. I'd like to see it. And the other one I'd like to go to, very often when I see like some place, if I'm flipping through Instagram, I see a photo, I'm like, I want to go there. Some crazy, beautiful tropical place. If I look it up, about 60% of the time, it's the Maldives. I want to go there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right? Where's that? I couldn't even find that on a map on my own.
I just want to find the Maldives Falcon.
There you go.
Oh wait, that's the Maltese.
Star Wars comedy. I recognize that.
Star Wars comedy, baby.
My chess nerdness can recognize your Star Wars nerdness.
Maldives is south of India, just in the middle of the ocean.
It's just
Really?
off the coast of India, sort of by itself, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Population 500,000.
I want to go there.
Total area 115 square miles.
Really?
Pretty
Oh,
small.
wow.
That's a
really
lot of
small.
people crammed into a small area.
10
So
by 10
It is
miles.
the seventh most densely populated country in the world.
There you
Oh,
No,
go.
thank
wow.
you. No, thank you.
So it's like their Bora Bora. It's their
Yeah.
little
I
beautiful
think so. Yeah.
nook off. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, years ago, I went to a gig in Lanzarote, which is a little island off the coast of like Northwest Africa. It's basically a vacation land for like, the English go there for
Mhm.
weekends and stuff.
What?
Lanzarote.
Lanzarote.
I think I have that right.
Lanzarote. Yes.
It's
There it
it's
is.
just a little desert speck, but it
Yep.
became like a little vacation getaway for the
Huh.
English. I like those kind of places, It's like a cool tropical little stop in the middle of nowhere. Like I think that's
Yeah.
great. I love those kind of things. And I like the culture that kind of comes up around a place like that. Like I love Aruba and the Cayman Islands. They just become
Right.
these happy, goofy places with fancy cocktail drinks and people chilling out. I like the energy in a place like that.
So you like the Disney version of the Age of Sail, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Sailing between different islands and eating coconuts and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We'll just
Sign me
not
up.
talk about the scurvy and the freezing to death in the ocean and all that part.
The scurvy. What year is it?
The Age of Sail, 16th century. They had plenty of scurvy back then, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Scurvy is still a thing. People still get it.
Well, that's why we call them limeys. Do you know this story?
Yep, they put limes in their water.
Yeah, the English sailors discovered almost by accident if they had a barrel of limes on their ship when they went out, they were less likely to die from scurvy.
Mhm.
God.
And so they would bring these barrels of limes. They didn't even necessarily know the science behind it, but they knew that if they had limes, they wouldn't die from scurvy as much.
Yep.
And that became associated with the English, so they called them limeys.
Can you imagine living back then where it's just like you get scurvy and you're just like, oh, it must be demons. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Ship's probably haunted, whatever.
I used to think that stuff.
Yeah,
Actually, have you ever heard the word limey without being followed by bastard? Oh, yeah, limey bastard. It's like, what?
Those limey bastards.
No, well, I'm part limey, so I got to be.
Are you?
Well, actually,
Just a little bit.
Scottish, I guess.
Well, yeah, technically that's Scottish.
It's Scottish, not English, but
Tiny bit of Scottish. Okay.
well, it's more than a tiny bit. The name Barnard is a Scottish name, so it's got to be more than just a little.
Oh, okay. Have you done the 23andMe kind
I was
of thing?
actually just pulling that up.
Andy has, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see
No,
how
this is you, though, not
Scottish we
me.
really are. Well, yeah, but I mean, you can just basically double the amount and
Well, that's true.
assume that that's probably about right.
yeah.
I wiped my phone recently, so I have to sign back in.
Oh, he wiped his phone.
It's good to do every so often. It was being a piece of crap, and now it's not.
I understand.
You guys want to hear a 23andMe story that will blow your mind?
I'd love to hear it.
All right. My brother got a bone marrow transplant.
Oh,
Saved his life. It's not new blood. It's the human machinery that makes blood. It's an astounding achievement of human ingenuity. So saved his life, went through hell for about a year. Now he's completely cancer-free, totally fine. But then after the procedure, he did one of the 23andMe genetic tests. All of his ancestry is German.
All of it?
From the donor.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that astounding?
So now he's German.
Now he's German.
He's technically a chimera now. But chimera, there you go. Greek reference, right? I think the chimera was Greek.
Yeah, is that the Scylla and Charybdis? Is that the chimera? Is that what you mean?
Scylla, I think, was, let's see, chimera. What is this chimera story from? Yep, it's from Bellerophon killed it on Pegasus. There you go. Another Greek reference for you.
Oh, is that the ticket?
And
So I have a
then
question.
the name I can't pronounce, that's a third Greek reference.
Hold on, now I'm looking it up.
A chimera had the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a snake.
Snakes don't have tails.
That's ridiculous.
Snakes
That
don't even
couldn't
have
happen.
tails.
That's impossible. Scylla was a similar thing. I think she was like a scorpion lady. Something like that.
That's the Rock in the Hard Place reference, right? Scylla and Charybdis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's a rock in a whirlpool and a.
Yeah, it was Odysseus, right?
But the rock had like the multi-headed monster or something. Yep. Something like that.
I have a question for you.
I should know this stuff.
This is your brother that got the bone transplant?
Yeah.
And he had it tested, the bone marrow. And he was tested. How do you get through life testing as a Scotsman? What was it? English?
Oh, my brother had a German donor.
Oh, a German donor,
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's 100% German with the name Economopoulos.
That's right. That's right.
How does that work out? Is what I'd like to know.
Yeah. This was Hitler's dream.
Hitler's dream.
I am 1.2% British and Irish, by the way.
Oh,
so what British and Irish?
Not a ton.
What are you mostly?
Mostly German.
Oh, okay.
In fact, almost entirely German.
Are you really?
Yep, 81.2%.
What about the bohunk in your mom?
I think it's like 12. Yeah, about 12.5%. So about an eighth.
Oh, Bohemian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
But so not a lot, actually.
But my father was not German. That's the weird part of it.
I believe he was.
My mother was 100% German.
I think he thought he wasn't German, just like mom's mom thought she was 100% Czech.
Right.
But look up 23andMe, like, shocking video, etc., whatever on YouTube. You're going to find a lot of people who are like, I am completely certain that I'm 100% whatever, and this test will prove it. And no, I'm actually, a quarter of that.
Really?
And my parents have just been lying to me because in my country, if you're not 100%, you're nothing.
Right.
That's very common. 23andMe made big waves in China for that reason, and Japan.
Oh yeah.
Chinese people would show up with Japanese ancestry and vice versa, and they'd be like, "Oh no,
they don't like that
because they do not like each other."
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, it's imagine during the Troubles, a bunch of Irish people being like, "Oh, I'm actually 3/4 British."
Oh right. Yeah.
Might have been
that happens too.
Might have been less car bombing going on.
I have a friend who's in the cancer research field, and they do a lot of work with families that come in and genetic research, and they actually have a policy in the office not to divulge more information than is necessary for the situation, because this is going to blow your mind. Between 5 and 10% of the people who do genetic testing in the office are getting different results than what they report.
Yeah.
Like, this is my dad, this is my grandmother, this is my, the genetic facts are not matching the family tree that's being served up by the family member.
Yep.
And they actually have policies on how to sort of sidestep those issues and talk about the cancer and the genetics and things instead, because a very big percentage of the people are not what they report.
Mm-hmm.
Either they don't know, or they're telling a story that isn't quite the genetic truth. It's kind of fascinating.
You think that, because I got to believe on my father's side, they covered up the German part.
Probably.
Because I was always told it was Scottish, English, and Irish.
Right.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot of that out there.
Yeah.
Or in there, I guess I should say.
A tiny bit of the trepidation that I have in doing a test like that is if I discovered that my dad was, like, not faithful, that would break my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't think that's likely, but these chances aren't zero.
We've actually got personal experience with that happening. I'm not going to say who, but someone I know did that and found out that.
Oh my God! Look who's here with 10 minutes left in the show.
10 minutes left.
Are you coming to see Bop Bop?
Costaki doesn't know what's happening.
My grandkids just came because I'm leaving town tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Got the kids in. I get a hug.
Ah, cool.
Can't be on camera though. You can
grandkids.
Get
That's
the hell out
fun.
of here.
Duck in and then give. Well, don't ram your head into the chair, you pill. Or you can
So, how about that football?
Oh yeah, we can do a few football jokes.
So, how about that football?
I understand someone threw a ball to someone else.
That's exciting. Very exciting.
What's going on, Fawn and Sage?
Nerd segues back to football segments. With
A touchdown occurred.
If you're a Saints fan, you gained an hour on Sunday, but then you lost 3. Oh.
I'm eating Fawn's chocolate.
Dad,
Ha
pay attention.
Pay attention to your guest.
Louise.
What happened?
Kostaki's talking, and you're just yelling at the children.
Is that the voice of Catherine?
That would be Alex.
Oh, what's up?
Not a whole lot, Costaki. How are you?
Got a little voice of God situation happening. I can't see you.
Yes, it's
That's
me
true.
just looming over you, making sure you behave.
Looming.
Well, let's make fun of the Saints and Cowboys before I get out of here. Those are good things to do, right? Derek Carr is the first quarterback to lose to 31 different teams. He's the Baskin Robbins of losing football games.
Wow.
How many teams are there?
Yeah.
32.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Only the Raiders remain.
Well, you got to make it the complete collection, right?
yeah, might as well.
He's on his way. The Saints went 2-0, and then they lost 7 in a row. Even lemmings are baffled at how they could fall off a cliff like that.
Oh, I like that. Lemmings off.
Lemmings comedy. Now, I have to point out as a public service that the lemming thing is a myth.
Yep.
In 1958, the Disney movie White Wilderness featured. They pushed lemmings off of the cliff.
Oh my God! Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they were like, "Look at these stupid lemmings! They're jumping."
It was a bit of a wives' tale. It was a bit of a presumption amongst people at the time, and this pseudo documentary, which won the Academy Award that year. Then later it was revealed that the whole thing was garbage, but it drove home this lemmings idea in the American psyche, and that's why we still make those references.
And that's why we have the Lemmings video game,
right?
Yep, where they just walk until they run into something and die.
By the way, White Wilderness sounds like the name of Brett Favre's country estate. That sounds like
that's kind of cold, but funny.
Vikings fans,
Yes.
Shout out Brett. But the Saints going off a cliff, not a myth. They have a car and they're going off a cliff. Their logo should be that final shot of Thelma and Louise.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. This is something I put together for fun. Jameis Winston is now the quarterback for the Browns. He's a character. He's super quotable. And every time I read a quote from him, I was like, this sounds like another nut that's in our lives. So here's a fun game. Jameis Winston quote or Gary Busey quote?
No. You can't do Yogi Berra because we know them all.
Right. Yeah. It's the same universe, but it's a little extra nutty. It's folksy, but extra insane, sort of this category. All right. Quote number 1. You can't say the sky's the limit when people are on the moon.
Okay.
Is that Jameis or Gary?
It sounds like something a professional athlete would say. So I'm going to go with Jameis.
That's right. Jameis Winston said that.
Very good, Andrew.
Quote number 2. Fear is the dark room where the devil develops his negatives.
That sounds like Gary Busey.
That's Gary Busey.
Bringing up devils and demons and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the universe.
Gary Busey,
right. All right. Here's a quote. There's a woman in Arkansas who's such a bad cook that a swarm of flies got together to repair her screen door.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that would be Jameis.
Gary Busey.
Really?
And who did he steal that from?
I don't know. It's just a crazy
Rodney
idea.
Dangerfield.
Is that right?
I'm not saying my wife was a bad cook, but the flies got together and fixed a hole in the screen.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yep.
Oh, good pull. Okay, good.
Well, maybe he stole it from Gary Busey, though.
I wonder.
I've been told by doctors and surgeons that I have the strength of 10 men with normal jobs.
Normal jobs.
Okay.
That's a football player thing to say.
That's Gary Busey.
Wow. I wouldn't think of him as being strong.
This is my point. These are you couldn't tell these apart.
Yeah.
This is my point.
These guys are both characters. Here we go. Okay, the rule is you can make love to an elephant if you want to, but then you can't cover the circus.
What on earth does that mean?
That's got to be Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
There you go. I knew that. That makes no sense at all.
It means nothing.
2 more of these. Do you even know who I am? Seriously, tell me, because I don't know.
Jameis Winston.
No, it's got to be Busey.
Gary Busey.
Yeah. It is.
Sometimes
Gary Busey
he leans into the "I'm crazy" thing, and that's what he's doing at that point.
True.
All right, last one. A good way to lose weight is to put salt on your ass and go to the petting zoo.
Already.
Fawn is
Gross.
mortified.
That would be Jameis.
Hold on, there's another line to this.
Another line.
Stay away from the goats because I've seen them fornicate with a mailbox.
What?
Oh,
Jameis Winston or Gary Busey?
Jameis, right?
That is Gary Busey.
Wow.
God, a lot of Gary Busey's in there.
Yeah, he's quotable. He's insane.
Yes, he certainly is. When's the last thing he was in?
An accident?
Well,
yeah.
That was the last thing he was in.
Most recent movie is like Point Break or something.
Cocaine trafficking arrest of some kind.
Cocaine trafficking. Yeah, when was the last time he was in a movie? That's been a long time now.
He was in Entourage in 2015, apparently.
I looked up a couple things. Really? That's interesting.
Apparently.
Did he play himself? He was like a crazy actor character. Somewhere?
Let's see. What did Gary Busey play? Gary Busey was a fictionalized version of himself. So, yes.
He did win a couple of awards like way back in the day. Like he was apparently, a good actor in his own way.
No, he was in all sorts of big things.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was in Piranha 3 Double D. So,
well, of course he was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did you say Double D?
Oh, I said Double D. Yep. And it's the reason it's called that is the reason you think it's called.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
Neat.
But Gary Busey, he was in there. So there you go.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
I found the list of doctors that met together to clear Tua to play again. This is the list of doctors: Dr. Seuss, Dr. Dre, Dr. Scholes, Dr. J, Dr. Pepper. You see, these are the doctors who cleared Tua.
You understand they're fictional, you see.
Doogie Howser, Dr. Phil, Dr. Frankenstein, Dr. Lecter, Dr. Jekyll, the Spin Doctors.
Ooh, the Spin Doctors.
Dr. Demento. Come on.
There you go. Whatever happened to Doctor? You know what's interesting? You bring that up because we're just talking about this on the morning show. Because of streaming now, all of those people, like, when's the last time you saw Dr. Demento anywhere?
It's been a while. Is he even still alive?
Wasn't that pretty much like a local television kind of deal? Even the smaller talk shows that would appear on local television.
Yeah, it was
he
like
would call into radio.
Obscure radio. It was like he was the one who inspired Weird Al back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
He is alive. He is 83, so he probably does.
Oh, is he really?
Slowed down these days, but yeah.
But local television, newspapers, and radio have major problems.
This is true.
Right. But it is interesting that some kinds of things sort of cycle back in the Facebook universe and in the YouTube.
Yeah. Yep.
You know who's kind of become a big star again quietly is Henry Cho. Remember that name?
Oh yeah, sure. Yep.
It was the Asian comic who grew up in Tennessee. So he looks Korean, but he has a Southern accent. And Henry Cho is like revitalized again through Facebook. So life's so weird.
Wait, he's not the uncle whatever guy, is he? I've been hearing some like Asian comedian who does an uncle thing and everyone's talking about it. Appears to be someone else.
I don't think so. He's probably around 60, but he looks young and he's got a Southern accent.
Huh.
He does have a Southern accent. That's got to be. See, I'm sorry, but that would be weird.
I mean, it's a great hook for the '80s and that sort of A&E's Evening at the Improv era. He was one of the. He was ever present in the 5-minute TV sets when I was coming up. But he sort of went away and was doing all these weird golf corporate gigs and stuff. And now he's having a big resurgence. He's doing these little theaters all over the place. It's great.
There you have it.
You never know. Someday they'll embrace the biggest name in comedy.
Someday.
You mean the longest name in comedy?
No, Tom, the biggest name.
Which is ironic because Cho is probably the shortest name in comedy.
Right. Yeah.
Are there any 2-letter named comedians?
Is there a who? H-U?
Oh, yeah, there might be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if it's... debatably, yes. So there you go.
Debatably, yes.
Okay.
I mean, what's your definition of comedian? Is someone on Instagram with 100 followers a comedian, or are they just someone who wants, or are they a wannabe?
Yeah, well, you could be it. It's not, you might not be it professionally, but you could be it.
Works for me. That's all I know. All right,
our teams are good, Tom. The world is turned upside down. My team.
What is that all about?
What's happened?
Do we play you guys next? Don't we?
Is it next? I haven't looked. I was
Falcon,
so excited about the Cowboys. I didn't look at the
let's
schedule.
see. Vikings Falcons is December 8th.
Oh, December 8th. Okay.
We got a few games before that.
Yep.
And that's in Minneapolis. Way back when the schedule came out, I emailed Lewis. I was like, any chance Acme is open that week?
What'd you find out?
Not yet. No, I'm going to come in 2025. I'll be
right then.
back. So we're working on a date.
All right, you pill.
Thanks, Grandpa. Appreciate you having me on to talk football for a few
minutes. Not a problem.
And genetics and
genetics,
politics and everything else. Good luck, America.
What to live for. Thanks a lot, Costaki.
See you guys.
Bye. Costaki Economopoulos, ladies and gentlemen. What, Seiji?
You can talk.
You can talk.
Me and Fun can
Go
talk.
by the mic.
You have to be by the...
Pop.
What, honey?
Mom did something really weird last night.
No.
Again?
Seriously, Fun, please don't. Please don't.
Mom,
I will. Please
okay.
don't. Please don't.
Can
No.
we do it?
Please do not. Not thousands of people don't need to know my business. Thank you.
Ooh, Mom, tell everybody about the Aowen thing that happened.
Oh yeah, my sister-in-law.
Let me go back to 1 minute.
My sister-in-law and brother-in-law took their 3 children,
5 children,
to
3,
go
whatever.
voting, and they have a 3-year-old who will be 4 in April, and took them to the polls because they were like, oh, let's just go right away before we take the kids to school and the little one to daycare. And my niece, who is 3, threw a fit and refused to leave because she thought they were going to go see a boat.
Boating?
Yeah.
She was like, where's the boat? You said we go boat.
Oh, vote and vote. Whoops.
Yeah. My sister-in-law had to carry her. My sister-in-law had to carry her out of the building because she was like, I will not leave until I see the boat.
I think it would be good if we put some politicians on a boat and pushed it out to sea. That'd be good.
Boat.
No
It's
boat.
pretty funny though.
So let's get back to
Pretty
what Mom was so
funny.
upset about.
Dad, can you please not? No, I will remove you from this building like Aowen from the polls. We need to move on to something else. Anyway, they don't have school today.
Because of voting, right?
Because of voting day. And I couldn't get them out of the house to get here on time because Fawn was drawing cat pictures for her friend Emily and then made chocolate mousse. And
so for Bop Bop, you don't want to come and see Bop Bop. You want to make mousse.
They made chocolate
Not
mousse.
for you, Papa. Not for you.
Oh, I don't get the even mousse. Even though you were late, I don't get the mousse anyway.
Michael gets the mousse.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna go
Michael
see-
gets the mousse.
We're gonna go
He's
see
the
Michael.
one who gets the moose. You know him.
The moose?
Michael gets the moose.
Is it the mouse?
The moose.
It's
The
the mouse.
chocolate moose. The chocolate moose.
What are you, Dracula?
The chocolate
The
moose.
chocolate mousse.
The chocolate moose.
Oh boy.
Just so you know, everybody, I'm eating a donut.
Yes,
I think they can tell.
They
I think
found
they-
donuts.
Bob said that there was donuts out there, and I just ran out.
No.
Yeah,
Did you
Bob
eat that whole
said
donut
there
already?
was.
No, it's he
Bob
should have took
said
like
that there were donuts out there, and then I asked him, "Are they for us?" And he said, "Yeah, they are for us."
Yeah.
And there's that fun. There's other treats too.
Well, we're going to go get bagels after this.
Oh,
And then
what?
we're going to
bagels in the
donuts?
air. I can grab one right now and eat it.
and then we're gonna go see the movie.
I'm grabbing it right now.
What are you
And
gonna
I'll
see?
grab one to eat.
Boy, look at the time.
Okay.
This is why I didn't think the whole show would be a
No.
great idea.
We're gonna go see what? Lower
Okay,
this.
Sage. Okay.
Oh God. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for today.
Stop hollering. Okay, Sage. People don't like screaming right in their face. Okay.
I have to be in
Thanks so
St.
much.
Paul at 11 o'clock. Can I make it in 20 minutes?
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh.
What part of St. Paul?
Right on the border of Minneapolis.
We're
You'll
gonna
be fine.
stay. Well, the show is going on for 20 more minutes.
Anyway, the
Well,
show
I
ends
can't
in
do
5 minutes.
It does
We're
end
gonna
in
go
5
see the
minutes.
movie Hit Pig.
What is
What's
Hit
Hit
Pig?
Pig?
I
What is
don't
that?
know because we were supposed to
Hit
go.
Pig?
We were supposed to have a play date with friends, and it's raining, so we're like,
Is it
well,
raining that
let's go
hard
to a
now?
movie. It's not raining that hard, but it's
It
not.
just is raining.
play
It's
date
gonna rain
outside.
all day.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not play date outside weather.
Right.
So we're gonna go see
Mama.
this Hit Pig because the only children's movies that are out right now. Actually, there's 2, so that's better than usual. There's usually
Hit
one.
Pig movies.
Wild Robot is out, but the kids have already seen that.
Mm.
And Hit
What?
Pig is the other one, and it's about a pig that is like a bounty hunter,
What?
and somebody stole someone's elephant, and he has to go find the elephant and bring it back to the circus person. But
And
then
it's not
they
his.
they form a friendship and all this stuff. I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah.
And then we have to bring Fawn to dance. And then I'm having the Booster Club board meeting for her dance studio at my house. And then we're picking
going
Fawn
to
up.
and then we're picking Fawn up, and then we're going to a wild game, and then we're having bed, and then we're gonna wake up, and then have another day, and another, and another, and another, and another.
Well, that is
And
usually how
another,
it
and
works.
another, and 1,000 more.
And I have to
Until we
figure
die.
out voting.
Boy, look at the time.
I have to figure out voting at some point.
Oh, you didn't vote? I never got my ballot. I didn't get to vote this year. They sent your mother's ballot, but not mine.
You just
You
go
can
there.
just go and
No,
vote.
I cannot.
Oh,
I'm not a
that
resident of
maybe
Minnesota.
because
Oh,
you
yeah.
might be too old, Bop.
Oh, I'm too old
You
to
might
vote?
be too
Oh,
old.
Boy,
People.
look at the time
Too old.
again
No
here.
vote.
No.
His vote doesn't count.
What do you mean, no?
We're ending the show in an hour. I told you.
How can
3
he be
minutes.
too old to vote if the average president is like 80 something at this
Yeah,
point?
the average
exactly.
president is older than Baba.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Joe
What about-
Biden he's got to be at least 80 something.
Oh, he is 80. He's like
He is
80.
81. Yep. So
81,
the
yeah.
current president is 81.
Yeah, and Trump's not that much younger.
Trump is like 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
he's 78.
Hey,
yeah.
people.
Um, I need to
figure.
figure out who I'm voting for
locally.
locally.
Yeah, we haven't really
because
done that yet.
Mommy,
today's
I
the day.
think-
Yeah, not
I
a lot
think
of
you're
time.
too old to vote. I think you need to be 11 or under.
To
I
vote,
think
One
the
of-
opposite is true.
they'd
one
probably
of
be better
my-
voting, actually.
One of
You have
my
to be 18 or older.
That's
Yes.
right.
one of my students was like,
But
if you were old enough to vote, who would you vote for? She asked me, and I was like, I am old enough to vote. She was like,
Oh.
well, who are you voting for? And I was like, that's private information. And she
Yeah.
was like, who are you voting for? And I said, I don't really like either of them. She was like, don't vote for Harris. You can't.
Oh, the little kids.
Yeah.
said
And
that?
I was like, I wonder whose parents
Gee, I wonder.
talk to them
I know.
about
I don't like
all
that.
this stuff. I know.
No
Me
matter
neither.
whose
Like,
side you're talking about, just don't talk about it with your kids. They don't
Like,
know
the
better, and it
kids-
doesn't matter.
the kids know about the election and they know who's running.
Right, but it's like you don't need to be like bringing that energy into your
And-
house.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
okay,
well, and
Let
like,
kids be kids.
Boy,
They
look
vote-
at the time.
they
Boy,
vote-
look at the time.
You're so
Boy,
loud.
look at the
You're
time.
so
All right, we do have to
loud.
wrap it
Wait,
up
wait,
anyway.
one more word. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken macaroni, chillin' with your homie.
Still on that, huh?
Okay, one more thing. my headphones just fell off.
Yes, they'll do that.
Oh, that was it?
They're not designed for
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay,
those
my
used to
donut
work.
says goodbye.
child.
Guys, okay.
All right.
We're ending the show in an hour. Let's keep going.
I made a huge
My donut
mistake
says
yesterday,
goodbye.
didn't
You invited
And my
me to
other
this?
half says goodbye.
I? I made.
My donut says goodbye. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Oh, just so you know, world, I got my ears pierced.
Oh,
she
yeah,
did get
she
her
sure
ears
did.
pierced. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's very amazing.
They are sparkly stars.
You know what the mistake I made yesterday was?
That are silver.
You're not going to be able to get a word
They're
in.
not going to listen.
Oh,
to me.
you're not.
Boy, look at the time, Andy.
Oh, I think
We're just going to have to end it while they talk.
I
Yeah,
think
so
so.
we're going to have to wrap it up.
Show how Fawn's earrings look. They are silver shiny stars, real earrings, and they fit in Fawn's ears. And they use the gun to put them in.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fawn went home, and then Fawn took her ears out.
Her ears?
Took
Took
her
her
ears
ears
out?
out. That's not good.
Like Mr. Potato Head?
Took the ears out.
Took
huh?
her ears off. Took her ears off and
That was a good chicken joke.
okay.
And then she took her earrings out because she didn't have any ears.
No, you
And
can't take her earrings out. She can't leave.
Yeah, no,
earrings.
she threw her ears in the garbage.
All right,
She
Andy.
has to have
Boy, look at
earrings
the time,
in
Andy.
her ears.
Okay, pause the show and let's go
For
now.
Year.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Farewell.
Got a picture in my pocket reminds me of this one was before. Every time I hear the sing, reminds me how you talking.